Hello and welcome to Live with the Lobbyist here in Helena today. It's much nicer than it has been, although it's a tad windy. Nicole was in Washington, D.C. this week for issue advisory committees with 3 members. We had Gary Heibertshausen, Jess Bandel, and Greg Gable. All were giving their input along with their fellow American Farm Bureau members on important issues facing agriculture across the nation. They also had the privilege of meeting with the congressional delegation and going over some important things with them, like, the Farm Bill, which we've been talking about for years and are excited to continue to work on that. Some important tax provisions that we're asking to be continued, along with lots of other important things. So we're looking forward to hearing all about the good work that they were doing in DC this week. Here in Helena, we were holding down the fort and we got to talk about water again. I know that's probably surprising. There were 2 comprehensive water bills that were up this week. One of those was House Bill 432, carried by Representative Julie Darling. That bill streamlines some of the change processes and would allow ranchers to add stock tanks to an existing right without going through a full change. So that was something that we were able to support. There was also House Bill 441 carried by Representative Russ Minor, and that provides the framework for how provisional permits, which are those water rights that have not gone through adjudication, and changes, those are both administered by DNRC, will then integrate post-adjudication with those pre-1973 rights. We appreciated that it put together a straightforward process for us to follow and didn't create an opportunity to rehash adjudication. So we were able to support that bill. The other bill on water this week was Senate Bill 186, and we opposed that bill. That bill dissolved the water court upon completion of adjudication, and it also provided a process to speed up water cases in district court. There were some functionality issues with that bill, but the primary reason why we opposed it is because we have clear policy that we want producers to continue to have the option to go to water court post-adjudication to resolve some of the challenges that inevitably arise if that's the best situation for them. There's lots of challenges around with lack of expertise in some district courts, caseload in others, where many water cases would not be able to be heard in a timely manner. And although the bill tried to address that and requires district courts to hear water cases within 5 days, water cases is not clearly defined. So a divorce proceeding with a water right attached to it could benefit from the same expedition. It also, because it's such a tight time window, it was unlikely that in busy district courts you would even be able to see an actual district court judge, and you'd probably be seeing some sort of a special master. And if you're going to see a special master anyways, you might as well just be able to utilize the expertise of the water court, was our feelings on it. A couple of the other ones this week, there were a couple hot topic ones. One of those was House Bill 418 that bans mRNA vaccines in livestock. The language on that bill is really broad. It bans all gene-based vaccines, which it came out during questioning that could include anything that had any sort of DNA component to it, which a modified live vaccine does have a killed virus in it, and that virus does have DNA, and it could be interpreted that broadly. So we opposed it for that reason. We also opposed it because we believe that it should be between the rancher and their veterinarian to make herd health decisions. And we trust that there are federal processes in place where these vaccines go through rigorous testing to ensure that they're safe for consumers and they're safe for livestock before they ever go out onto the market. And so for those reasons, we opposed that one. We also opposed House Bill 536 this morning. This one's from Representative Schubert from Kalispell, and it increases the penalties pretty severely for employing illegal immigrants, which we are not advocates, of course, for employing illegal immigrants. But some of the issues with this bill is, again, very broad language. So it changes it from an employer to a person that hires, refers, or recruits an illegal immigrant. It also created a $500 a day per employee fine for unknowingly hiring an illegal alien. And the scenario that I see that could be really challenging is, we've all seen those instances where a combine breaks down during harvest and there's a custom cutting crew across the fence, and you say, hey, any chance you could just finish this piece up for me? Well, if there were illegal immigrants on that custom harvesting crew, then the farmer could be unknowingly employing those folks and charged $500 per day per employee on that custom cutting crew. So we felt like this was a really potentially dangerous bill for folks that, we don't want to break the law, of course, and there are mechanisms in place to incentivize not hiring illegal immigrants, but mistakes do happen, and we would hate for someone to have such stiff penalties for those mistakes. It also, if you do knowingly hire an illegal immigrant, it provides for the revocal of licenses, so professional licenses, driver's licenses, hunting and fishing licenses. Again, super broad, and we feel like there are better mechanisms in place to address that. So with that, I think that's most of the excitement for this week. We'll be back next week. There's already quite a few bills on the docket, and we will continue to reach out to you and share important updates. And then also, we're working hard to interact with those advisory committees, so like the Water Committee, the Livestock Committee, Farm and Trade. You'll be hearing from us as we need your help on bills. So please respond to those and help us to ensure that these folks in here know all about Farm Bureau and all about agriculture's perspective. Thank you.